Here's hole 9. We're going to be using an extra mile and Titan. You could use a Kingmaker as well. 4.5 topspin, 2 right spin, setting up at the plus 12. If you have an extra mile 6 or 7, you're going to set up at the plus 13, as you have one less yard than the extra mile 8. Adjustment is plus 20% at max. And I want you to focus on my pull too, as this is a tricky wind. You just want to make sure you're not pulling too much left to right. You want to make sure you're pulling down. I have not missed this rough yet. It's going to clip and roll out perfectly. Second shot, we're going to be using our sniper. So I'm going to actually show you 2 replays here, because I made the mistake. I did a practice and then I meant to do a couple more practices and I went live. So I only got 2 attempts at this. So I'm going to show you this because I want to try to stay away from the fairway as much as possible. You know, we don't want to risk not clipping the rough here. Adjustment's going to be plus 25% at max. We're going to use underpower until it's touching. So I didn't do it there as good, but we're going to want to make sure it's touching the teeth of the shot circle. And I'm just going to miss this one. And then here I'm going to show you another replay, just staying away from the fairway. And this is how I'm going to want you to play it. Just because we don't want to risk missing it. You know, this is the weekend round, so we want to, avoid as much risk as possible. There is a massive funnel here. We're just going to have to find it with our spins. And it's going to vary. And then I am using plus 25% max. I am just basically minusing 0.3. And it's the same adjustment. And make sure we're using some underpower. Here's a better look at it. It's very important that you use the underpower. It's still going to come in at a good speed, so you're not risking coming up short. Now here we're going to be using our APOC. If you have a level 4, you can mimic this exactly. If you don't, take a couple practice shots and get this shot down. But you can see we're on the second set of rough, and we're using max topspin and 2 right spin. And I'm going to show the curl reference after this shot. And then full slice. This shot has been absolute money for me. I'm 3 for 3 with it. No problems at all. And then I forgot to click the record button when I went to do this shot. But I'm using max backspin with the EB6. I have had 7 wind and I went 5 rings. And in 5.9, I went 4 rings. And another very important thing, we want to land on the fringe. That is very important because anywhere else gets a little glitchy. So just make sure you're not in a glitchy spot and you will get this eagle. So there is holes 9 and 10.